What did a friend of yours do that turned you on without them knowing it? The restaurant I used to work at had a vacuum we could use that was shaped as a big red box that you could strap to your back like a backpack. It definitely looked straight out of Ghostbusters. My very cute co-worker was using it, and when I jokingly asked if she was having fun, she responded with, "Who you gonna call?" Wink. This was almost 10 years ago. This painted the cutest image in my head. She was meant to go out, but ended up sitting with me chatting. She was all dressed up, and because of the way she was sitting, her dress kept sliding up her thigh. She fixed it twice, but stopped trying. Her thigh wasn't totally exposed, but a bit more was showing off. That's how I realised I have a thing for legs. I once dated a dude who was into legs, and let me tell you, that was the fucking best. I love that when I'd wear shorts and just walk around, it felt like I was teasing him, and it was so easy to turn him on for sex. Just wearing extra short pajamas did it for him 90% of the time. It was awesome. That would do it for like 90% of us dudes. I was wearing a jacket that was unzipped. She put her arms inside my jacket to hug me goodbye. Felt weird for some reason, even though it was outside the shirt I was wearing. Should have zipped it up so she could never leave. Fucked it there. Missed out on one. We were studying and she said, "Fuck this, let's do some jujitsu," and jumped on me. I did my fucking best to prevent that erection. She either has a warrior's spirit or is into you, my dude. Pour one out for another missed signal. I'm gonna get on top of you and aggressively touch and rub your body. I guess this is what the friend zone feels like. F. As a joke, my best friend, attempting to act crazy, she put her hand around my neck and tried to choke me, and I just started smiling. I was wrestling with a girl, not fake wrestling, both of us were actually trying to win, and we were in a ring, who I wasn't really interested in. When she had me in a hold that I wasn't able to get out of, I got a small chub. I had reach, she had flexibility. Later, we held a tiebreaker in her quarters. I had reach, she had flexibility. Props for the Garrus quote. When my husband at the time was just my friend, we were wrestling a bit and I ended up standing over him with my foot pressed on his stomach. He tried to move and I teased, "Don't move or I'll step on you harder," and pressed down playfully. It was at that moment I realised he likes dominant women and I liked dominating. You must be the only woman describing how a guy turned you on. All the others are men talking about how a girl turned them on. All of these are to do with wrestling. A good friend and I were once drunk and tired, so we came up with the idea of taking turns slapping each other in the face. So that was a weird boner. My manager and I were talking about something and he called over another co-worker, and she ran up and did a little hop into a superhero pose. I was speechless for a couple of seconds because that was the cutest thing I've ever seen somebody do. FaceTimed me while she was wearing cute pajamas. Now cute pajamas is on my ever-growing list of things that I'm ashamed turns me on. I sat beside a girl in school, really attractive with a nice body. She always leaned backwards over her chair to stretch and crack her back. So when she did it, she let out that huge sigh and a little moan. Yee, fuck concentrating for the rest of the lesson. I blame her for being bad in school. It's a little embarrassing, but I had a work friend who laughed as she grabbed my arm after I told her a joke. A friend of mine asked me to hang out with her in her dorm room. We were planning on watching a movie, but at the same time she said she was going to do some laundry. I told her I had no issue helping her with, i.e. carrying the actual laundry bag. I knew she was kind of taking advantage of me, but she also made killer nachos, so it seemed like a fair trade. When I got there, she was essentially wearing sleepwear, a tank top half shirt and very tight red running shorts. It was very difficult to pay attention to the movie. So she asked you to hang out in her dorm with her, was wearing sexy clothes and made you food? R/whoosh. One of my co-workers started talking to me about a scientific field he was really passionate about, and that was when I started looking at him differently for a bit. I've been told women find it attractive for a man to be enthusiastic about something worth being enthusiastic about, i.e. his political views, his career, field, hobby. He was giving a talk in front of a bunch of people and he was so confident and intelligent, and everybody was just so engaged with what he was saying. I legitimately wanted to just suck his dick right there. Watching him own that room was so fucking hot. One of my friends once said, as she looked at herself in the mirror, "Damn, I'd fuck myself." Really turned me on for some reason. She turned pages and pulled stops for my college junior year organ recital. As she moved from one side of the organ console to the other, she kept brushing me with her breasts. This girl was pulling out all the stops. I see what you did there. Long, affectionate hugs. An attractive female friend of mine gave me a hug that lasted around 30 seconds, and she was squeezing me the entire time. Halfway into the hug, I popped an unexpected boner that I'm pretty sure poked her thigh. I don't think she noticed, and if she did, she never said anything about it. I'm a long hugger as well. This happens often with men. You guys just aren't touched enough, I think. There's some magic in a long hug. If she's generally a long hug giver, it's happened to her before, and she probably understands that it's not overtly sexual, just a response to the closeness. A college housemate was on the couch next to me as we watched TV one night. She mentioned a concert that was coming up and asked if I was down to go. I wasn't too keen, so I turned and gave her a blank stare. She held my gaze and moved her eyebrows up and down twice quickly. The effect was devastating. I don't know if it counts as turned on or a moment of deep infatuation, but I still think about those goddamn eyebrows. She never wears skirts, except for that one time she did. It was this light, colourful, flowing number. It did amazing things to her already fantastic figure. Friend that sat in front of me in class who wore leggings bent over to get her pencil. She is fit, scary good looking, and has an ass that looks like it was carved out by the gods. At full bend, she had her ass straight towards my face, and I literally whispered the words, "Holy fucking shit, kill me," under my breath. It's been over a week and I still think about it. I would too. She asked me to practice lines with her for a play she was in. In one scene, she was being bossed around by her husband. Do this, do that, wear this when you are doing it. And that was how I found out I was a dom. I told her when she asked me a second time though. She was a close friend and we had a good talk about it. She helped me figure out what was going on. We actually did hook up a few times, but it was 10 years after this took place. We are still great friends. Put her hair in pigtails. I legit fucking died after getting home. I had a crush on a friend for a couple of weeks when I got a feeling that it was fading. Good, because feelings are complicated. But then he trimmed his beard. Ah shit, here we go again. She slow danced with me. No matter the person, anyone whispering in my ear turns me on. It doesn't even matter what they say. It's free real estate. Touch my arm, lol. Jesus, get a room, you pervert. Snapchat girl filter. Brave. Wore skimpy clothing around me. Yeah, that and physical contact were rough when I was a teenager. I feel so weird reading everyone's comments and realising that I never got turned on by a friend. It legitimately never happened, ever. People that I consider just friends are in this friend zone in my head where I can't conceivably be turned on by them. I guess it's because if they're just a friend, I subconsciously eliminated them from being fuckable in my head. I'm a dude. Me personally would fuck any of my female friends. No idea how common that is.